everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. Today's matchup features two teams eager to come away with a late season win. It's the Texans going up against the Chiefs.
Larry, thank you very much. The snow and the cold, it has not deterred the KC faithful. The parking lot was full early. The barbecue smoker's going, and we are about set for football here on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. Tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
All right, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. 3rd down here.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
All right, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
All right, here we go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
All right, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly.
has a carry heading left. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
7 yards to go on second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. To throw now on first down. It's a screen pass. That's complete. Fights off the defender, and he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him near the 25. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively.
Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Now back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Look at the spin.
Balance.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
They'll look to throw. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. is not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Check 26, check 26.
Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's go!
They'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up,
whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On third down, it's Thornton. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first.
He's got a man complete. A big-time play there for the Texans. 43 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, not a huge gain there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw here. Dumps it off to Fournette. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Back to throw. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try and sneak it here. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They'll go with a keeper, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, and the Texans will add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boys. I see you.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll toss it to Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Fournette on the counter. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Ramik Wilson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Here we go. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
3-19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The Chiefs on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They give him a gain of 38. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. But the effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right near midfield. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go. Blue line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And I think the ball's out. And the Texans scoop it.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes. Indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Back to throw here. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. To the right side to Eric Ebron. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what are you, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. You ain't going nowhere. Over.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Rolling to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. And they needed a break. A play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Let's go. Green 39.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls as we...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is knocked down from the side, right there around the 35-yard line. We're back now in KC. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. The Texans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is going to miss wide to the left for Sturgis. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Detroit! Hang on now.
Now a handoff looking right. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. He'll look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. They'll set up a throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. He finds some hope dashing through the snow. And it's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Point after now from Sturgis. And it's no good. It is has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
19 feet, 19 feet. Here we go now. Green.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there for a milestone sack as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half.
All right, here we go. Blue landing.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Again, it's Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw, it's Carr. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So a miss on his first attempt, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
I know this will surprise you a little bit, Brandon, but you know kickers can be a fragile breed sometimes. You got to wonder what's going through his mind but he didn't let that first miss impact him one bit.
Hey, I kicked back at Harrison High School. Are you calling my ilk soft? Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
Be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Back to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jadeveon Clowney. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. They'll look to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. T.J. Watt in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered.